We all know how it feels to be running around all day long, meetings, calls, emails, conversations with colleagues, trying to find time to do the real work that needs to be done, or finding some time to do what you actually love to do instead of always running around doing the things that you have to do. So, this week's video is about gaining back control of your calendar so you can find those chunks of time that you need and that you desperately want. So, first off, take an inventory. Take an honest look at how you're spending your time. If you spend 2 hours a day on social media, write it down. If you check email for a half an hour before you get out of bed in the morning, mark it down. If you are like me and sometimes spend 3 hours in the evening watching news, mark it down. Get the point? Do this for a week and see what you find. Are you running out of time, or are you just not using your time wisely? You can see how you're using your time by using my time audit worksheet. This allows you to do this quickly and easily. So after you take your inventory, um, prioritize. Do you have important deadlines that need to be met, or work that needs to be done to meet those deadlines? Do you have a date night every Friday with your husband and you cherish that time? Maybe you have a yoga class once a week. Maybe you lead the team meeting every Friday. You can pick a time of the week and sit down and focus on your priorities for the week, and then determine what those priorities are and put them into your calendar. Schedule your time according to the priorities that you've set for the week. I like to do this on Sunday or Monday, and I use my time audit worksheet for this. Every week I print it out and I start blocking off the time for my priorities. It may make sense to think about doing this when you perform your best, or scheduling activities for when you perform your best. If you're a morning person, you might want to block that time out for some undisturbed work time. If you are, and then you can leave some of those more menial tasks like email, answering phone calls, and such. You can leave those for the afternoon, things that aren't as taxing. Or you may want to start a routine and do certain things at certain times of the day, like answering emails once in the morning and once in the afternoon. You can give yourself permission to set these boundaries, and people will get used to them. They will know not to expect an immediate response to your email if they've sent it like, 10 o'clock in the morning and you only answer emails at 8 and 2. Set your boundaries and communicate those boundaries. If you take phone calls and meetings in the afternoon, let the other party know when you are available. You don't need to move your schedule around in order to accommodate everybody. If you have 2 hours blocked off every morning for that undisturbed work, keep that for yourself. Let others know that those 2 hours are just not available. And while you can set your boundaries, make sure you're flexible as well. The 2 hour notice of the meeting with the boss, for example, may take precedent. If you all of a sudden have an ad hoc report that needs to be done and it's within your 2 hour time zone of undisturbed work, well, you can reprioritize. Don't be afraid to take control of your schedule, but still allow yourself to be flexible because life happens. So, do you need an easy way to take care of your inventory and see how you're spending your time? Like I mentioned, you can use my time audit worksheet to see where all of your time is currently going and where you can move things around in order to meet your priorities. So click on the link in the description of the YouTube video and you can get your download. I am always here to talk through this with you if you want. I'm happy to work through the time audit worksheet with you. Just reach out. All right, here's to a great week, everybody.